You're about to learn a life-changing secret, one that sounds downright crazy, maybe even like a lie. But what if lying to yourself could become your ultimate life hack? What if, instead of listening to your doubts, you decided to believe you can, even before the evidence is there? Welcome to the Growth Mindset Project, where today I'm sharing exactly how pretending to believe in myself, even when it felt like a stretch, changed everything. Trust me, what I discovered can work for you too. If you're interested in leveling up, rewiring your beliefs, and leading a fulfilled life, make sure you subscribe to the Growth Mindset Project and hit that notification bell. We've got powerful ideas like this every week, and you don't want to miss them. Let's get into it. Imagine standing on the brink of adulthood, having spent years preparing for a career that felt safe, a path everyone told you would be smart. That was me at 22, holding a fresh bachelor's in landscape architecture and a mountain of uncertainty about what came next. There I was, wanting nothing more than to pursue a life as an artist, but filled with every warning in the book. What about job security? Don't you want benefits? Isn't art just a hobby? But I knew what I wanted. It wasn't just a wish. It was a pull in my chest every single day, a calling to create, even if it made 0 sense on paper. Did I have a safety net or a roadmap? Not even close. What I did have, deep down, and what I want you to discover today, is the insane power of a simple phrase. Believe you can. Here's the thing nobody tells you about chasing your dreams. It's not just about passion. People say, just want it enough and you'll get there. But the truth is, wanting isn't enough. So often, the real barrier is belief, self-belief, or more specifically, self-confidence. You can desire something with all your heart, but until you believe you can, nothing will move. A while back, I asked fellow aspiring creators about their biggest hurdles. Hundreds responded, not about time or money, but about crippling self-doubt. The overwhelming theme? A lack of confidence. That was my story too. Confidence isn't about being the best, or knowing the most, or being the loudest person in the room. Confidence is the silent assumption that you'll find the way. It's the private promise you make to yourself. I'll figure it out. But here's where the life hack comes in. To believe you can, especially when you're new, unproven, or just starting out, takes bravery and, honestly, positive delusion. That's right. I'm talking about letting yourself believe a story about your capabilities before it's backed up by hard evidence. I know, it sounds risky, but positive delusion is how every dreamer gets started. Let's imagine an aspiring artist with nothing going for them on paper. No elite training, no support, no resources. If they still believe they can make a life out of art, it might seem delusional. But that belief becomes a tool, a compass, that pushes them forward. It's not lying to yourself in a cynical way, it's choosing to see the potential in yourself before the world does. At about this point, if this idea is resonating with you, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Have you ever tried to fake it until you make it? What happened? I'd love to hear your stories and struggles on this journey of belief. Back to belief. Positive delusion is simply adopting a positive, ambitious view about yourself before you see evidence in the outside world. Picture it like this: slipping on rose-colored glasses and looking at yourself with a gentle, optimistic filter. It's an experiment in perspective, a way to try on the mindset of your future self. Pretend, just for a moment, that you're already the person you dream of becoming. I know what you might be thinking. That sounds like wishful thinking. But science backs it up. Research has shown again and again that self-belief, even if it starts out forced, can physically rewire your brain. When you say, I believe I can, even tentatively, you begin to move differently. You take more chances. You learn a bit faster. You grow. When I started, I had never taken an art class. I didn't know how to run a business. I could barely operate a printer, let alone design a website or market my paintings. On paper, my resume screamed, nope. but I kept telling myself, I believe I can. I pretended I was the kind of person who could figure things out. And guess what? That belief, call it positive delusion, call it self-trickery, became the engine that pushed me forward to becoming a full-time artist. The crucial lesson? Confidence isn't something you either have or you don't. It's malleable. It can be built. Even if your inner voice is screaming, "Who do you think you are?" You have a choice. Start to talk back with, "I believe I can," every single day. Let's use a visual metaphor. Imagine your brain as a dense forest. There are winding paths through the trees, some deeply trodden, some barely visible. Many of us, out of habit, find ourselves pacing the most beaten track, which is often negative self-talk. I'm not good enough, I can't do this. That's the path of least resistance. But what if you made a conscious effort to cut a new trail, the I believe I can trail? The first attempts will feel weird. You'll be bushwhacking through doubts and old beliefs, but with each affirmation, you clear a bit of underbrush. Every time you switch from I can't to I'm learning, you strengthen that path. Over weeks and months, that new trail gets easier to walk. And before you know it, believing in yourself starts to feel natural. Quick reminder, if this is inspiring you, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. It helps the channel and brings these ideas to more people. But more importantly, it becomes a community of mutual encouragement. Remember, this process isn't about perfection. Your path will be messy. Mine certainly was. You don't need to know every answer before you start. The secret is simply to believe you can handle whatever challenges arise. That resilient belief is, in itself, a toolkit for growth. As your new path of belief solidifies, those old, negative roots start to grow over. The crazy part: the more often you walk the positive path, the more your core beliefs shift. You transition from thinking you're capable to truly knowing you're capable. Real talk. The world will test your confidence. Not every project will go smoothly. Not everyone will understand your dream. Doubt will still creep in. But if you've trained yourself through repeated intentional belief to respond with, I believe I can, work through this, grow from this, find a way, you'll find yourself doing things you never thought possible. On this channel, we spotlight people who make their dreams real by betting on themselves. Sometimes it's an artist building a portfolio website for the first time. Sometimes it's someone sharing their work at an event or learning to market themselves online. What unites them isn't luck or even talent, but the willingness to move forward fueled by positive belief. If you remember nothing else today, remember this: confidence is built, not born. And sometimes the best way to build it is to lean into a healthy dose of positive delusion. Start with the story you wish were true. Believe you can, and watch as, step by step, your own actions make it a reality. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this sparked something in you, check out our other videos on growth mindset, resilience, and personal transformation right here on the Growth Mindset Project. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a new idea. See you in the next one.